Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the reading. I hope you're all having a beautiful Monday. As you know, I've been doing more of these so-called mini reading videos between my typical collective readings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do recommend that you tune in for those collective readings on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if you get a chance to do so. The energy there is really powerful, especially during the video premiere where we have the live chat going. And I am so grateful to all of you who do participate in that. So I'm leaving this reading a bit open-ended to channel whatever comes through. If there is something specific you'd like to know about, I would love if you could focus on that subject, person, or situation. Also, if you would like to manifest a more specific message, liking the video and subscribing to the channel does help me to pick up more easily on your energy. I'm really feeling pulled to the Starseed Oracle deck to get us started today with this reading. And here we have hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. For some reason, right as I was getting ready to do this reading, I heard that you're coming online. Whoever I'm speaking into here, channeling into here, you are spiritually coming online. And what I mean by that is it feels like a really powerful shift has occurred in your life, in your energy. This is most likely something you've been feeling for this group of people who will connect with the reading, because lately something in your life has been either shifting or changing or altering in a powerful way that might be hard to explain. This may be something happening within yourself. This could be something happening in your external physical world. I am hearing crisis points, so either internally or externally. This may actually feel like a crisis. We actually pulled the Tower card for you, but what I'm seeing is almost like the Tower moment you're experiencing is this earthquake, creating this chasm metaphorically, and you're meant to jump to the other side of it. And I know this isn't a perfect metaphor, but essentially to allow that chasm to push you onto a higher timeline. I also just got a download. For someone listening, you need to know that whenever you are ready to shift onto a higher timeline, and I'm talking frequency-wise, when your frequency has shifted so that you are now being aligned with a higher timeline, you will know it in part because your old timeline will start to reject you. It's like the old system knows that you don't belong there anymore energetically when it comes to your frequency. So you might actually find that things start going wrong or things start falling apart in that old system, because you are ready to shift onto a higher timeline. This can be really confusing to your physical human self, because your physical human might be saying, why is this relationship or this friendship or this job or this income source no longer working for me the way that it worked for me in the past? It will literally feel like your system, your society, your location, your job is like rejecting you in some sense, pushing you out. And that's actually the case because it recognizes subconsciously that you are no longer aligned with it. And you are meant to go with the flow of the energy and allow yourself to expand into something new. Now, the opposite is also true. Once you begin aligning with that new place, that new relationship, that new timeline, things will just flow effortlessly, naturally. They'll feel right. I also keep getting that you're going to see a lot of number synchronicities that evidence to you the fact that you are aligned with the correct reality. And when I say aligned with the correct reality, I mean you are no longer resisting where you are being carried, where you are being led, what you have expanded into. So We have here the Seven of Wands upright. Continue holding your ground, standing your ground, remaining steady on something. So there might be some kind of idea. This could be a business, a dream, a goal, an endeavor, something in your life that you've been working towards for a long time, that you've been holding towards. And your ancestors, your guides, whatever spiritual forces you connect with, have not allowed you to release or let go of whatever that is, that thing on your heart, whether it's a dream, a person, an idea, a business. The reason you haven't been able to let go of it is because it is still playing an integral role in your soul's journey here on earth. Because I almost get someone beating themselves up for not being able to release something from their life. And it feels like energetically, emotionally, at a soul level, this feels really aligned for you, but physically, you might not yet be fully seeing the evidence of it yet. And I'm getting the message of continue holding to what your heart knows. Even if your mind can't fully understand it, keep believing in the vision of that reality you are creating, even before it's visible physically. Because I do see things beginning to really pick up towards that vision, towards that physical manifestation at this time, because of that activation that's taken place within you, that's shifted you, that's now aligned you with a brand new timeline. Because here we have the Eight of Wands. Well, I thought it was a 7 at first because I misread the Roman numeral, and the last card was 7. This is really interesting. It shows a very clear progression. First, we had the 7 of Wands and then the 8 of Wands, telling me that right now you are in that 7 of Wands energy, holding steady to something, holding a vision, holding your ground. And then with 8 of Wands, we have that momentum building, something moving to a victory, to a kind of breaking point, meaning the moment that the seed which has taken root breaks through to the surface and becomes visible. Metaphorically, that's what's happening with this seed of a dream or an idea or a connection that's been planted in your heart that you've been holding to. So what else can I channel for the person tuning into here in the reading? The thinking man reversed. Okay, a masculine releasing their ego. Who is this masculine releasing their ego? Okay, we have... If you are a divine feminine here, because I know the majority of those who tune in on this channel do resonate as the divine feminine. Now, of course, these are just labels to describe energy. We all do have a balance of masculine and feminine energy within each of us. So always only take these messages as they connect. But I am getting that for a divine feminine here, there is a masculine who has been really in his feelings about you. And this is someone who may typically be very logical. For some reason, I'm smelling like this distinct male cologne, or this, in some cases, this could even be smoke. Someone here could be a smoker. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's very specific. This also could just be kind of like a particular scent that this masculine has about them. Again, it could be a type of cologne, but absolutely a masculine energy coming through here. Ooh, I'm picking up that for some of you, you may have a grandfather or a great-grandfather who smoked or used tobacco, and this energy of this ancestor could be now acting as a spirit guide, protecting and guiding you romantically. And I'm getting that if that is the case, then this past ancestor is extremely protective of you romantically. And they do not allow masculines into your life or to stay in your life who are mistreating you, who are participating with you in an unbalanced way. It's like their job as a spirit guide is to, I'm hearing they protected you from masculines that you didn't even know had bad intentions. So I don't know who that's for, but for a divine feminine, you may have suddenly been ghosted by someone in your past or had a bad dating experience without really knowing why. And I'm getting that it's almost like that experience, any experience that this spirit guide, ancestor, this possibly grandfather, great-grandfather, any experience romantically where you were connecting with a masculine who didn't have your highest good in mind or was perhaps being schemy or lying to you behind the scenes, this ancestor would literally energetically block them from your life. I'm hearing rejection is divine protection. I feel like that was a very specific message for possibly one person. But anyway, there is a physically incarnated masculine romantically who has been really in their heart, in their feelings about you. I'm hearing finally listening to their intuition, no longer able to ignore their intuition, opening the door to some kind of spiritual awakening. I feel like when it comes to spiritual things, this person is really opening their mind as well, because although they aren't communicating this to you with throat chakra reversed, I see this masculine researching, looking into spiritual ideas, material concepts, beginning to open their mind in a really big way, taking action in ways that you, Divine Feminine, may not yet know about, but that are happening in real-time ways. I see this person taking real action towards you, but it feels behind the scenes. Yeah, with strategy upright, this masculine is fixed on you energetically. They may be having trouble sleeping because they're thinking about you, and they are strategizing on ways to act on the intuition that they are now listening to, because we have the third eye chakra in the upright position. However, that throat chakra reverse card is really standing out here, telling me there may be a very noticeable lack of verbal communication from this person, and yet so much action happening behind the scenes. It's like behind the scenes, they're staying up really in their emotions about you. They are receiving a lot of intuitive hits about you in this connection that they're finally beginning to listen to. They may be exploring spiritual concepts or ideas that they were really closed off to in the past, planning ways to come towards you. And yet that's what makes the silence here so heavy. Even if you're communicating with this person, there may be gaps in your communication where you wonder what they're doing, or the silence just feels heavy. But your guides want you to know the reason the silence feels so heavy is because there's actually so much action taking place behind the scenes, and you're intuitively aware of all of that action taking place, but it's almost like consciously you can't fully grasp it. So it makes the silence between the two of you feel more noticeable, because intuitively you can feel this person thinking about you, taking action towards you, opening their mind, and really sitting in their heart space. Now, with the sacral chakra reversed and the Magician and the Mirror in the reverse position, the fact we have the Magician and the Mirror card reversed tells me that this could be a twin flame connection, because this is one of my two twin flame cards in the deck. But this also tells me that you've activated the inner divine feminine energy within this masculine. You've got them really listening to their intuition, really in their feelings, and looking towards this new beginning with you, with the Sun card in the upright position. I'm hearing "You Are My Sunshine," which of course that's a song, but I also sense that in kind of a cheesy way, this masculine sees you, Divine Feminine, as being a light for them, being the sunshine that breaks through the clouds. And in their recognition of that, there is the action card, the desire to take action towards you. I'm hearing that this person initially may have tried to write off your connection as just attraction physically, as just a fling, but time is showing this person the depth of the soul bond between you, because the further they get away from you and the longer they go, let's say, without seeing you or speaking to you or communicating to you, the more they think about you. I saw the number 1414, so that might be significant to someone, not the opposite. So it's like, typically, the further they get away from someone, the less they think about them. But when it comes to you, the more that they spend time away from you, or perhaps you're in separation with this person, physically or communication-wise, the more they actually value you and value your connection, with door to value in the upright position. for some reason, this masculine does have a sacral chakra wound. So this may be someone who uses humor to deflect emotion, or who finds ways to, I'm hearing, to lighten the mood instead of expressing deeper feelings, who is slow to be really vulnerable. This feels like there could be a hidden inner child wound here. They may have a mother wound, and because of that mother wound, they may be afraid to get too attached to a feminine energy or to really open their heart to a feminine. But that may not be the case for all of them. This may just be someone who is hyper independent with community reversed, and who feels like if they don't do things themselves or handle things themselves, that they really can't rely upon other people. This feels like someone who is used to taking care of themselves and emotionally not leaning on other people for support. But that's exactly why you've entered their life, to really break them open in that type of way, to break them open to expressing themselves emotionally, to listening more to their intuition, to break them open towards taking action to what they want romantically. I almost feel like this is someone who tends to not act on romantic feelings, and maybe they thought they could do the same thing with you. So when you entered their life, Divine Feminine, they felt the pull, absolutely. They felt the attraction, but it's possible that this masculine believed those feelings would fade, that they really didn't have to take action on them. But I'm hearing that not taking action is driving them crazy, even with the possible time, space, or distance that could be between the two of you at this time. And here from the traditional tarot, we have 3 of Wands reversed. Someone who is coming home from something. This may be someone who feels like, metaphorically, they've been running from themselves for a long time, but this also could be someone who's been very resistant to settling down or settling into a long-term relationship, and may just kind of live in the present, take things as they come, but they've really surprised themselves because with you, again, there was that strategy card, that need to plan into the future, the need to know how to move towards you or take action towards you or solidify this connection. Whereas in the past, they may have really just lived in the present moment and not really thought ahead, particularly in romantic connections. Here we also have the 3 of Cups in the reverse position. So there may be people talking about you and this person, about this connection. There may be someone, specifically a feminine, either around you or around this masculine, who is very focused or fixated on this connection. Whoever this is, they see the masculine here moving into this new beginning, this new love, this celebratory time. And for whatever reason, this feminine energy seems to be very low vibrational, seems to be highly karmic, and doesn't seem to, it's like they don't want them to be happy or to move forward. This could be a mother, a family member, a friend. It's like this masculine's happiness seems to trigger this feminine, whoever's coming through here. But I'm hearing that the masculine's going to make an offer to you regardless. It's almost like they are unfazed. Yeah, with the Hanged Man reversed, they are detached from whoever this karmic feminine is. They're unfazed by how this person feels, regardless of whether or not that feminine is expressing their feelings. They feel entirely apathetic toward that person or situation because they are so focused on how they can move towards this new beginning with you. And with the Temperance card, I do see that energetically and spiritually, this connection seems to be bringing balance into both of your lives. But that's happening because you are activating the other aspect within each other, meaning that For you, Divine Feminine, it feels like this masculine is activating your inner Divine Masculine, and you are activating their inner Divine Feminine, bringing each other into this balance and harmony. This, again, very well could be a twin flame connection because we are getting so much of that mirroring taking place here. And I am going to pull one final Rumi Oracle card to close this reading. But first, I want to say that if this reading is connecting, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. Also, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also now follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more readings and energy updates at Magnetize Yourself. And if you would like to explore my subliminal meditations, I've created powerful subliminals to help you manifest, shift, and transform all areas of your life. And I now have a brand new mobile app for my subliminals. It is called Sound and Soulful, and it's now available on all devices in both the Google Play Store and the iOS Apple App Store. So I will be leaving a link to download my app under this video in the pinned comment and description box. And now is a great time to download the app because you will have a slightly extended free trial period on the app as we are still in the very final stages of testing. So again, all of that is linked under the video. Now, I am going to read just one final message from the Rumi Oracle deck. This is Enter the Garden of Delights. So let's just read a little bit from the guidebook here. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or a tomb. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, when the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are now being invited to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. It can seem so risky with such potential for heartache, and yet what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul suffocated by fear and inertia? That is the greatest risk of never really and fully being born into this world of wonders. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. So this feels like a beautiful place to close the reading today. Thank you so much to all of you who are here as co-creators. I am sending you so much love today, wishing you a beautiful start to your week, and I will connect with you here again in the next